I'm sure many of you guys will have no problem recognizing this baby, the CFMoto 800MT. We tested this bike thoroughly at the Australian launch earlier this year. It got a lot of attention. Its really aggressive pricing of $15,000 right away sort of provides a new entry point into the segment. So it's no surprise, although a bit of a surprise, that it's actually the third most popular adventure bike in Australia behind the Yamaha Tenere and the KTM 890 Adventure. So that's pretty significant. Now, if you saw my review, you might remember that I complained about the fueling. Now, CFMoto have actually addressed this issue and developed a new mapping for the bike. If you have an existing 800MT, you can take it to your dealer and have that software installed over the air. So it should be pretty easy. So I'm going to take this opportunity to have a bit of a spin and see if that new mapping has addressed the issue. So the guys at Mojo Motorcycles have been kind enough to let me go for a quick spin over lunch on the 800MT. I'm at the launch of those ATVs over there, but I spotted this guy and I asked, does it have that new mapping? And they said yes, and they kindly said I can take it round the property. So that's what I'm going to do. It's like hopping on an old friend after having that great adventure on this bike not too long ago. So this is CFMoto's first real model release that uses its KTM resources. Of course, this bike's based on the 790, KTM 790 Adventure from some years ago. It's basically the same motor, different tune, and it has been wildly popular since it launched earlier this year in Australia. Letting it warm up a little bit before I open up the pipe to see how that engine mapping is. I don't want to be too nasty to it, as I'm pretty sure it's only done 14 kilometers. I expect there may be more CFMoto 800MT variants based on the success of this bike. And I know that CFMoto has, well, they say 7 new models next year, so they're taking things serious. Anyway, enough mucking around. Okay, yep. It's smoother. Didn't used to power wheelie. What else have they done? Is there a turbo under there or something? God damn. Don't forget, this bike doesn't have traction control, so you know, a jerkier throttle is a bit more forgiving on a bike that has traction control that's gonna limit rear wheel slip. Anyway. It feels good. It feels good. I think the staff in the winery are going to complain. But, you know, you got to test these things, don't you? It feels better. It feels better. 100%. 100%. Absolutely. It's one of those moments where I'm taking this very seriously as a motorcycle journalist, and then I get caught in the moment and I'm just having fun. No wheelies this time, alright. It's way smoother. Yeah, it's way smoother. Wow. Good on you, CFMoto. You know, that's cool because often motorcycle manufacturers can be really stubborn with their product. So it's kind of refreshing to see that CFMoto's gone, okay, that's the feedback we've had from our customers. We're not going to yell and scream and be proud of ourselves. Let's just fix it. So they fixed it. Hats off. It's caught up with the guys at Mojo Motorcycles, the distributor of CFMoto in Australia, and I asked about how the updated mapping will work for customers, and it should be available next week at time of recording. It's the 31st of August. So it will be free for customers. You just go in, you organise a time, and the update is done over the air. Now, interestingly, Australia was one of the first markets, if not the first market, to test the 800MT. And apparently, CFMoto headquarters took on the feedback of its reviewers from Australia. So I don't want to take credit for the new mapping on this 800MT, but also I kind of want to take credit. You're welcome. Don't know about that one, but maybe.